Before I start, Anthony, are you able to share your screen? We finally got the pictures of the awards, which we wanted to share when we delivered the Life members. So we'll try and put that up on screen. Anthony will try and put that up on screen. That way you'll have something else to look at other than me as well. But yeah, so that's a picture of both the Attend Life Membership Awards that we will be mailing through to Kay and to Darlene. So yeah, they look quite lovely. And yes, we got the picture about 20 minutes after the session. So thanks for that. Okay, Pathways 15 Online 2020 closing. What a year this has been, 2020. A year I think nobody wants to revisit. A year when we felt like we were on a highway to hell in moments. It did not take long for us to realise that times were changing, and COVID, all this fever, had us saying to others, don't stand so close, and left us wondering, am I ever going to see your face again? There were times when I felt like I was all by myself on the eve of destruction, finding it harder and to breathe in the mountains of additional work we had to bear, adjusting arrangements over and over again for thousands of students in a new way of learning. We had to do this all while we were homeward bound, homeschooling children as well, and perhaps singing, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me, for I'm sleepy and there's no place I'm going to. It felt like we were staying in the Hotel California where you can check out any time, but you can never leave. For some students, international or local, it was immensely difficult, adjusting, withdrawing from study, or some, not having ready access to technology or support. We were so focused on getting support, equipment, bursaries, and everything else in place for students. Little did we stop to think of the horror movie that was to keep on giving. Our institutions by reducing staff, redundancies, forced or voluntary, and the reduction in our collective talent pool. It's no wonder some have had thoughts of, are we ever going to, we got to get out of this place. It's the last thing I ever do. But as we draw to the end of 2020 and the end of this Pathways 15 online conference, I want you to stop for a minute. I want you to think about all you have achieved, to breathe, to give yourself a pat on the back, a clap, perhaps. You have survived. I know at Griffith in 2020, we had over 4,200 students with disabilities this year and having to rearrange supports with new exam adjustments for students, support academic staff and support staff to adjust in a world that was unfamiliar. These are massive feats. And you did all this perhaps while your institutions were talking about budget losses, staff costs, colleagues, and you farewell colleagues in your institutions and others within the state and national networks. Perhaps you homeschooled children and developed new crafting and entertainment habits other than wine drinking. You have managed teams of services within staff you were anxious, unsure of future jobs, and you have seen the reduction of services within your institution, moving of units, changing reporting lines, all while the world outside went in pause mode. Perhaps your job security in your family has also changed. Holidays were cancelled as we learned to stay within states, cities, suburbs, or even homes. Zoom or online chats and meetings became the norm for family as well as work. Swear jars were replaced with you're on mute jars. You've got to know each other's dogs and cats as they joined our meetings, uninvited or invited. Perhaps we also had our own BBC dad moment with kids walking in. We got to know those noisy neighbours and roadways, all new distractions, along with your microphone's off, you're muted, you have frozen again. All have come into our frequently used phrases. Perhaps had our Zoom, Skype, team bloopers, perhaps none as major as #PoorJennifer. A Zoomer named Jennifer did not let her meeting get in the way of needing to pee. However, she was left red-faced when she took her laptop into the bathroom with her and forgot to turn the camera off. In a video clip shared from the meeting, Jennifer can be seen walking through the house before pulling her pants down and plonking herself onto the toilet. After Piers gasped and giggled, she turned the camera away before asking what happened. We all wanted to shout, "I will survive." Jennifer survived, and so did we. Pathways 15 online was not an original plan. We had hoped to be in Darwin. We quickly realised that that was not to be, and are grateful for Anthony for making the incredible, difficult decision to cancel Darwin for 2020. We lost dollars in making such a decision, but making the decision as early as we did meant we also saved future losses. The decision was as gut-wrenching as many others you and I have had to make to assist students and staff through 2020. But here we are, due in no small part to a very, very dedicated and amazing team who started out with an idea to just have a small online conference of sorts, as everyone will need the opportunity to network and support each other and share the experiences of 2020. This is a team that juggled everything we did and still gave more. Look at us now, over 800 registrations, the highest number of registrations for a Pathways conference, an online conference provided for free, and the intended budget is still intact. We have survived. You have survived, and I am really, truly want to say thanks to the people who have worked so tirelessly to make this happen. I'll go through the names, and many of them you will know. Darlene McLennan, Jane Hawkeswood, Davis Wayne, Cynthia Fitzpatrick, Dallas Dunn, Alicia Ford, Jessica Boone, Meredith Jackson, Anthony Gardner, Candace Smith, and myself. We've also had a highly valued support crew working with us. Melissa Wartell, Bobby Blackson, Lisa Chang, Anna Kwan, Griffith's Accessibility Resources team in Shanae, Nicola and Marcia, Catherine Munyard, Charlie Robertson, Andrew Good, Kylie Gaird. Our session chairs, Debbie Ristel, Caroline Cricks, Amy, and I'll say this wrong, so apologies, Demanuel, Pam Anderson, Ben Hugo, Bridgie O'Dwyer, our captioners, Bradley Reporting, our interpreters provided by Deaf Services and Deaf Society. This huge crew. Let's say thank you. Thank you. We also thank our sponsors, the many NDCO branches who have donated towards costs, the many state attend branches who have donated towards costs, the Deaf Services and Deaf Society and our Auslan interpreters, Bradley Reporting and Captioning Concierge, Glean, Text Help, Deaf Awareness supporting students with disabilities in VET, the Department of Education, Skills and Employment, our ADSET team, our MCs, Anthony Gardner and Alicia Ford, and Trevor Allen, who didn't quite make it due to personal reasons. All our presenters and all our keynote speakers, thank you. Thank you immensely. Thank you doesn't seem to cut it, especially to the team of workers who have given much, have been reminded to breathe, and being told all will be well. I raise my glass to you all, and I promise to have a wine or two for you all and with you from afar. We are and we were all in this together, and together we all say thanks. Please give a round of thoughts and thanks to the organising committee for making this happen. You can put your comments in the chat box so they can see also. That would be appreciated. I have a final thank you, and for a special individual, and I didn't get to do this at the AGM, and that's Anthony Gardner. Anthony has been president of Attend for the past 4 years. Thank you, Anthony, for steering us through this year and the decisions that needed to be made. Cancelling the face-to-face conference for this fantastic online opportunity for managing our time in meetings so we're focused and on task. Thank you also for not taking leave this year. I'm so pleased you took your substantial leave in 2019, so you were here in 2020 to lead. It's not been easy to lead a not-for-profit organisation and support members, but you have been gracious, available, maintained balanced discussion and assisted with the successful negotiation of pathways to where it sits today with the largest ever number of registrations. On behalf of the committee, I thank you for all you have given Attend over the years. You'll be missed by the presidency, missed from the presidency role, at least by me. Though we also know you'll never be far from Attend, and we may certainly call on you from time to time. I applaud you, Anthony, and wish you well on your personal plans for 2021, and may they take more of your time than work or attend. You certainly deserve the enjoyment. We also have a card and a gift, and we will send these to you. It's an electronic card that we've asked all the committee to sign, and a gift voucher for you to buy something special, considering there's a few special events perhaps happening in your future. A round of applause, and please thank Anthony in the chat. Thank you. We will meet again in 2022, hopefully just in some degree in person, and hopefully we can remain committed to Darwin. Though perhaps we'll also investigate an online component, given the huge attendance this week. We usually do a handover at this point to the next Conference Locations Organising Committee, but we've already handed over to Darwin, and now we need to see what is possible again with all of your support. There was another song in the year 2525, very far removed from 2020, which I'm sure we all want to be. But let's hope we do not have to look that far ahead for a time when we can go to the bar, hug each other, hang together in person as well as online. In the song Memories, it calls upon the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. I hope you've had fun this week, opened your mind to new ideas, interacted with new colleagues, had a moment or two for some laughter and not just survived. Thank you, and I'll hopefully see you at Pathway 16 in 2022. There is another song title I can include. Most people I know think that I'm crazy, and perhaps you are crazy for allowing me to be your president. But thank you. Go drink, have fun. It is a conference after all. So with that, I invite you to join us for drinks. There is a link in the chat to our drinks and celebration session. The Zoom link has been put into the chat. And I'll see you soon, perhaps with a glass of wine. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks, Kathy.